Dannielle is really emotional, and we're running around in circles because God hasn't delivered her from jealousy. I'm praying and trusting that soon he'll take that away. She'll see clearly on this whole matter, and we'll be able to work through this because we decided together to live this way, and so we've got other people involved, and we can't just say we're not going to do this anymore.
We were looking at wedding venues for Garrick and Roberta, and it brought up a lot of emotions from the past.
I have definitely had to work through a lot of jealousy and insecurities with my own self since Garrick and I started looking for a sister wife. I'm having a hard time talking about that because I feel like it's something I've worked through. So, I don't want to, go back to that spot. You know what I'm saying?
All right, tequila time. You guys ready? For this one, it's better know right here in Cabo as a baby maker, okay?
She doesn't know none for her. She needs it all. Do you sell the baby maker?
We have to wait for the baby making.
I didn't say I'll bust it out.
What'd you say?
I didn't say I busted it out till after the wedding, you know.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow, look at the sunset. Wow. Sister. That's cool.
Everything okay?
No, hungry.
What's wrong?
Translator? Yeah. Irmã, eu preciso te falar uma coisa. Eu acho que essa viagem vai ser start para realmente a nossa cerimônia. Então, que agora seja declarada todas as verdades. Antes de você voltar, eu e Garrick tivemos momento íntimo. É muito importante para mim que você fique bem e não fique magoada.
Sister, I need to tell you something. The night you slept in our room before you came back and called, that we had an intimate moment. I didn't tell you because I didn't know if it was going to hurt you or not, but I need to speak.
Roberta telling me that her and Garrick had sex that first night.
Because, like, you guys had sex?
Yeah.
Great. I'm taken off guard a little bit. I expect Garrick and Roberta to have intimacy, have sex, and those things are normal in a relationship. But I think I'm taken back by when it happened. I'm trying to replay that night in my mind. Roberta didn't want me to be alone that first night, so she offered for me to stay in the room with her and Garrick. Roberta told me how important family was, that it wasn't important right now for her and Garrick to be together. It was more important for all of us to be together because we hadn't seen each other in so long. Then finding out that they were intimate definitely threw me because I felt like I was lied to in that moment. Like, they really didn't want me to be there, and it made me feel like I wish I would have been alone.
Hey.
What's up there, folks?
Oh, nothing. Just want to know how your trip was in Mexico.
Nice to be back with the boys and stuff. Miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I kind of wanted to touch base on our conversation.
Yeah.
I guess I left when we hung up. I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about you. I was just,
Really?
Well, yeah, because I was like, I just don't want her to be sad.
Yeah. I definitely had some sad moments on the trip. That first night, like Bert said they were intimate, and so that was a little bit tricky because I felt like maybe she was deceiving me and like lying to me that like it really, like I wasn't really important. It was about Garrick, you know? It felt hurtful. Dannielle has been really sad in the past about this plural lifestyle. I've seen them fight a lot, and I feel like she was frustrated. She would cry on my shoulders. Hearing the conversation in Mexico, how she was feeling jealousy, it did leave me with some concern because it would just really suck if she got to the point where she was depressed again.
Did it make you feel like the third wheel at all?
A little bit sometimes. Like you're standing there and they're holding hands and like you feel like, I don't know.
Did you feel like, why don't you hold my hand too? Do you think you'll ever feel like you're not as good as Roberta? Kind of that
Or
kind of
do you think there's any favorites?
Or do you think he treats her differently than you?
I feel like he did on the trip.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's hard for me too, seeing like how excited he gets with Roberta.
It's hard for me to see Dannielle upset. She shouldn't be living this way, but she wants to please her husband, Garrick, and she loves him very much. I hope if Dannielle ever feels that this isn't the lifestyle she wants anymore, that she'll be able to tell Garrick that and be able to talk to us about it openly.
I just need to get some things off my chest.
Do you want to talk a little bit?
Yeah. So what were you thinking?
Oh, just thinking about the trip and, you know, how I got jealous and all that.
Yeah.
Just what you're thinking.
You know, we talked it over. I mean, don't you feel that Bert reassured you of her love? You know, I don't feel, I mean, you were gone for a moment and we had some intimacy, but, I mean, it was, all of a sudden I gave her a kiss and felt a passion with her.
I feel like you're really, like, that your heart's intention was to want to just be alone with Roberta, and I wish you would have just told me that.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Roberta, like, invited me to stay with you guys, and you also said, like, that you wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah.
But I think that in your heart, you really just wanted to be alone with her.
So why would it be wrong if I was thinking that way?
I'm not saying that it was wrong. I'm just saying, like, ultimately, that was what you wanted, was to be intimate with her.
No.
Right, but it's kind of...
Let me clarify. So you're saying I should have just told you that I want to be intimate with Roberta tonight and you should leave.
I guess that's how I feel. Like, now hindsight and everything that came out about you and Roberta being intimate just makes me feel like a third wheel, like I should have just left. Like,
But why?
because I feel like in your heart you wanted to be intimate. That was your ultimate thing. That's what you desired from that night. If you're
Okay,
honest
but
with
did
yourself.
I have any conversation with you that I wasn't like, I have to do this or I'm going to be upset and not okay with it? I know you're assuming that, right? No. And I'm not denying that I wasn't thinking I'd want to be intimate with her. But what does that have to do with me saying I won't be angry if you stay? I don't know why.
Because, like, it was like I was intruding. I would have just let
So
you
you'd
guys...
rather me just say, no, don't stay over, I don't want you to be here.
No, I'm just saying I feel like maybe you should have expressed how you felt better. That's all I'm saying.
Did we not discuss in detail about the fact that we'd be intimate on the trip? Mm-hmm. So then why, I guess what is surprising, like...
Then you guys should have just told me we want to be intimate.
Okay, but would you have done that if it was flipped, right? What would you have done? I don't feel like this is going anywhere. I understand that, like, you're trying to be selfless, Roberta's trying to be selfless, but then in the end, I ended up feeling ridiculous.
Seeing her get emotional in these senses, do you ever worry that she might just be doing this for you and that deep down she has concerns or maybe wants to not live this way?
No, I don't have concerns that Dannielle thinks that she's being forced or some way to live this way. I think without a doubt she's totally convinced that God led this to her in her life to bless her, and that she's not just, doing it because it's what I wanted. Dannielle is really emotional, and we're running around in circles because God hasn't delivered her from jealousy. I'm praying and trusting that soon he'll take that away. She'll see clearly on this whole matter, and we'll be able to work through this because we decided together to live this way, and so we've got other people involved, and we can't just say we're not going to do this anymore. Our plan was always to get married in Mexico after her visa got approved. But with COVID shutdowns, it's still going to take quite a while before, her visa's approved. So me and Roberta decided together that with her being 33 and not getting any younger, we're going to go ahead and plan a trip to Mexico with or without the visa to try to have a baby.
So if you guys start trying, like if we plan a trip and you guys start trying, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Knowing that Garrick and Roberta have changed gears, we're not doing the wedding and they want to move forward with having a baby and starting their life together, does make me a little apprehensive. I do want to be supportive, and I know the goal is for Garrick and Roberta to ultimately start a family together. But with the pandemic going on and also communication with Roberta being very spotty, I don't know. It definitely is a lot to think about, how it will affect us all and our family and the boys and, So I think we should keep talking about it and make sure we make the best choice,
Yeah. I mean, it's part of moving forward in life. You can't put a hold on everything.
Garrick has definitely been full steam ahead trying to plan another trip to Mexico so him and Roberta can start trying for a baby. I do know that she is getting older. I know that you are. I know that our boys are getting older.
Yeah.
And I understand her desire to want to have babies, but I wish that you guys would wait. I can't lie. God forbid, but what if her visa did get denied? What if she had a baby there? It could happen,
I mean, yeah, but we can't just stop our life.
No, I don't mean like stop. I'm saying consider it for our family as a whole, for Bert as well as you and I and the kids. So we're prepared for what could possibly happen.
The only thing that concerns me with people thinking that way is where God told, take no thought for tomorrow, for the troubles of today are enough. So you can plan so much.
But there's also scriptures about being wise and preparing for the future.
No.
Yeah, planning.
Where?
There are scriptures about
Where?
Garrick is definitely a driven person. He gets an idea in his head and he just goes with it. Like having a baby with Roberta, that's a huge step. I get his point of view. It's like, I want to give Bert what she wants and I want her to be happy. But at the same time, there are a lot of other things at stake and other people to consider, other feelings and emotions. I think with the pandemic, we don't know when her K-1 visa will ever be approved, and she's so far away.
Yeah.
Like if it had to be a long time before you saw your child, or with the whole shutdown and traveling, and I just see how you struggle missing her now and adding a child into that. I think that would be hard for you.
It definitely wouldn't make me happy to be apart, but at the same time, I don't know if I would be more sad the fact of her all there alone, wanting to start a family, wanting to have a kid, and then not having us.
Yeah.
You know, the visa doesn't come through and Roberta ends up having the child there, I'd have to go to Brazil for a while. So Dannielle's concerns are very valid and I agree with them. But I'm praying that God will not allow that. God's always come through and he'll bless us and have Roberta here in Colorado. So I just don't feel comfortable just like not moving forward.
It's kind of hard for me to realize that things are out of your control a lot of times. It doesn't happen the way you want or the way you think it should. And I think especially with this, it's just taught me like I can express my concerns. I can express my worries to Garrick about babies and all that. But at some point, you just have to move forward and trust that things are going to work out how they're supposed to. So I guess we're going to Mexico to continue our journey.
It has been over a year now since we've seen Roberta in person. Roberta had her visa approved not too long ago, but she hasn't come to the U.S. yet because her mom's health is not good.
Things are definitely back to the waiting game, not knowing when she'll be here. But we're definitely planning as soon as she gets here to definitely start the baby making process again.
What do you guys think about more siblings?
I guess a boy, maybe.
A boy?
I think it'd be good for you guys to have a sister.
You better get on those baby making then, huh?
Well, once Bert gets here. We did try it in Cabo when we went down last November.
Garrick failed on getting her pregnant.
Oh, wow. The whole thing with, you wanting to find a third.
Oh my gosh.
Dannielle approached me and said, hey, I think maybe God wants us to have another wife. I was shocked.
It was a little hard for Bert when we first decided to start seeking a third because she's wanting to settle down first before a third comes. For me, I explained to her that the third wife would help balance out the fact that if Bert's with Garrick, then I have someone to support me and we can do things together and vice versa, so we're not alone. I think that's why you get married. You don't want to be alone, right? I am not expecting that jealousy will come back for me. I think there'll definitely be an adjustment with a third coming in, and I think it'll be maybe a little more challenging for Roberta being on the opposite end of that,
It's hard on Roberta with us looking for a third, but at the same time, we can't just wait around and not be open to our family growing when we believe that our family's going to have more than, 2 wives. So we've been courting a lady from California and starting to build a good connection with her.
We have been getting to know Leah for about, I think it's like 3 weeks now.
I met her on social media.
Garrick was attracted to her first off.
She's very artistic.
I feel like she's bold.
Very bold and driven. She's a go-getter, which is neat.
Leah is a nurse. She does have one son, pretty close in age to our boys. Leah has been in a plural relationship before, but it didn't work out. She was really young at the time.
Yeah, I've kind of hoped and prayed that if God wants it, we would have the third, but it's gonna be hard.
With Bert?
Yeah.
Leah lives in California on the West Coast, so we're thinking about traveling there to meet her. We just feel like there's something there and we want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Hi, I guess I should probably.
Hi, Amor.
Oh, hi, sister.
Hi, Amor.
Hi.
Oh.
Here.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, good.
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, she said.
Oh?
We're still learning Portuguese and Roberta's still learning English, so we can't really communicate super well. Can you hear us?
Oh.
The translator.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's see. Okay.
We're excited for us all to get to know each other on this trip.
Estamos ansiosos para que todos nós possamos nos conhecer.
Yeah. Sim.
I know it's a little bit hard for you not being here with us.
Eu sei que é pouco difícil para você não estar aqui conosco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I want to give you a hug. I love you.
Yeah.
Te amo.
Love you.
Yeah.
Tudo bem, eu quero te dar abraço. Eu te amo, Kiana.
Love you, my sweet sunshine.
Te amo, meu doce
Miss you,
sol.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, miss you.
Miss you. Yeah.
Do you want to take a moment and talk to her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can go.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
You know how to read a room, huh? It was very emotional, very, very emotional. I feel like with Bert, it's the constant like roller coaster of emotions all the time. She doesn't want to feel like she's getting pushed out or replaced. If we end up pursuing the relationship, I would definitely have to work that out with Roberta because I don't want to build up any type of resentment towards her. Definitely something we're gonna have to work through. It's gonna take time. So like, how would the house go? Like as far as you like being there or, you know, how would the house be ran? Like,
Well, I think that's kind of, as Bert comes into the house too, Bert is learning English, so she doesn't have that liberty to have a job and work, so that her role might be that initially.
I work in the hospital for 8 to 12 hours. I don't feel like I should have to come home and do laundry and cook. That's just me personally. Half the time I'll eat on my way home or at work, so.
12 hours a day, that concerns me, you know. I've heard of nurses doing like 3 12s. Well, then you got a bunch of days to really enjoy the family and you're there a lot more. So does she want to work 5 days a week, 12 hours a day? I have a successful construction company. We build homes and, you know, definitely busy doing that. So it would be nice to, you know, have somebody else around to help with things in the house. I don't know if 12 hours would be good. That's a long time to be away from the family. And, you know, I think it's important you to be home too. I would like to see maybe more like 30 hours or something at work.
What?
And then if you help around and you're a part of the family and we're together doing things, I'd prefer that. With Leah saying that she doesn't feel like she should do chores or laundry or different things, that's a red flag.
I think it was a little bit of a red flag just because that, to me, that mindset isn't like working together, like whatever needs to be done, because a plural family, part of that to me, and I think Garrick too, is that, you know, we're there to help each other and support each other.
It would be a big adjustment for me because I'm used to, you know, doing what I do in my career. So, and I have like my own goals and like personal ambitions and things like that. So that would be interesting. And I want to go back to school and
Actually,
I don't know about working 30 hours a week.
I mean,
That's like really important to me. Like my son being happy and like me being able to thrive in my career the way I really want to, like that is big for me.
I think there is a definite independence about Leah that's part of her character. She has been alone for a long time.
yeah. A plural family has to be united.
They have to be willing to make sacrifices for each other.
That's the one thing I'm a little hesitant about.
Não estava nos meus pensamentos que Garrick e você estivessem abertos para uma outra esposa agora, antes mesmo de eu chegar nos Estados Unidos. Isso mexeu bastante comigo.
Really? Still? Yeah?
Roberta bringing up that she is unhappy about Garrick and I continuing to date and search for a third wife is very shocking. Back in the summer, Roberta was telling us she was not going to come to Colorado, that she could not leave her mother. So that was when Garrick and I decided to start dating again. So I'm wondering, is this coming from insecurities and jealousies that she has, that she didn't realize she had?
I thought the husband said that you were better and you were comfortable about dating.
Na verdade, desde o início, eu fui sincera e falei que eu não gostaria dessa decisão agora de incluir uma outra pessoa antes de eu chegar nos Estados Unidos. Dentro de mim, eu vivi conflitos, porque um dia eu acordei e Garrick me apresentou uma outra mulher e disse que ela gostaria de fazer parte da nossa família. E aquilo foi um choque para mim, porque eu não esperava que ele pudesse incluir uma outra pessoa naquele momento no qual a gente ainda nem tinha tido um momento de qualidade juntos, apenas em viagens. Sim, mas eu falei tudo isso, falei para ele, falei para você e simplesmente eu precisei aceitar o momento que vocês estavam querendo acolher outras pessoas.
She said that she have come to you and Garrick about this, and she just had to accept that you two are in this moment.
Yeah, message. Yeah.
I think that it's something you and husband and I should talk about. You know, it's been very hard not being able to communicate a lot. But your sisters, I have your back, okay? I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like I didn't care. After Leah, things got better. She said she was fine with it. Garrick told me that she said she was cool with it and that she realized whatever God had and that she was trusting God and moving forward. And so I guess I just feel like there's a lot of mixed signals here. You know, if I would have said, hey, sorry, Garrick, I'm not ready right now, like, then Roberta wouldn't be here, you know? I feel like I need a break. I can't handle this right now. I guess I feel confused because I thought you said that so many times, like, it's just getting to know someone.
On our behalf, we understood that.
Yeah.
Even at the time, we understood that. But it was
Not
an
something.
extra was coming across that she wasn't even open for us talking and getting to know people. I think there was a double confusion.
Mas eu sempre deixei explícito nas mensagens que eu estava aberta para qualquer outra esposa. Apenas naquele momento eu gostaria de que vocês esperassem eu chegar até lá.
Roberta is bringing up again that she does not want us dating and she was not happy with the fact that we dated Leah. We thought that we put this behind us, so it's leaving us very confused that she's going back and saying she still doesn't want us dating.
It's never our timing, it's God's timing.
Eu não sentia que era Deus trazendo Leah para as nossas vidas.
You feel that it was God bringing Leah.
Not to be a wife, no, but
Não para ser uma esposa.
But he brought her at that moment into our lives to get to know.
Sim,
Não
mas
como
não
uma
era
esposa.
apenas essa a intenção.
This was not the intention.
There's so many alarms going off in my head, and I'm wondering what Roberta's intention is in bringing all of this up right now.
Como se Garrick não tinha intenção em algo a mais com Leah, para serem amigos eles não precisariam ter tido um encontro sozinhos, concorda?
They didn't have to get intimate, have a date.
No, there was no intimacy at all.
No date?
No intimacy.
A date?
Não, sem intimidade.
A kiss?
Oh, yeah.
A kiss?
Yeah, intimate. Kisses, no kisses, friends. Eu não sabia que tinha sido algo tão longe. Eu Eu só beijo quem eu tenho intenção de estar com a pessoa amorosamente.
She intends to be intimate with.
Amigos não beijam na boca. Amigos não sentem desejo um no outro. Pra mim, tinha sido apenas uma conversa e eu tô surpresa. Eu não sei. Se você sabia que eu não estava bem nem ao você encontrar com Leah, como você achou que eu fosse pensar que estava tudo ok você ter beijado a Leah? E eu nem sabia disso antes.
If you knew she wasn't comfortable with you going out with Leah, why would you think she would be comfortable with you kissing Leah? And said she didn't even know that. She said she just found out that you kissed Leah. And she's very hurt to know that right now, on your last day here.
Eu preciso dar uma volta para espairecer um pouco